The cockpit felt different that morning, not unfamiliar, just quieter. The captain arrived early, as he always did, uniform pressed, badge polished. But today, every movement carried weight. The aircraft waited at the gate, lights glowing softly in the early dawn. The sky outside was painted in muted gold and pale blue, like it was holding its breath. This was his final flight. Not announced on screens, not written on tickets, just known. He ran his hand along the edge of the cabin before stepping inside. The cabin was no decades. Inside, the instruments greeted him like old friends. Every dial, every switch, every sound. He had memorized them in his hand long before he left. As passengers boarded, laughter filled the cabin behind them. Rolling suitcases, conversations about vacations, reunions, ordinary plans. None of them. To them, this was just another flight. To him, it was a lifetime of personal fun. He settled into the captain's seat and trusted himself slowly. Memory surfaced without asking permission. The boy behind the rusty fence, mounting the arch of the a storm that tested every ounce of courage he had. Empty birthday chairs, quiet hospital rooms, moments of doubt, moments of pride, moments he wished he could relive. The co-pilot entered, young, confident, eyes bright with the future. "Good morning, Captain," they said. He smiled. "Morning." The word felt heavier than usual. As the engines powered up, the familiar hum filled the cockpit. The vibration traveled through the floor, through his body, settling somewhere deep in his chest. Pushback began. The plane rolled away from the gate with deliberate grace. Outside, the airport came alive. Lights blinked, ground crews waved. Other aircraft lined up, each carrying their own stories. As they taxied toward the runway, the captain felt a strange calm. Not relief. Acceptance. The sky had given him everything it promised, and taken what it needed in return. Takeoff clearance was granted. The plane aligned with the runway. For a brief moment, everything went still. Then the engines roared. Acceleration pressed him back into his seat as the aircraft surged forward. The ground rushed beneath them, then released. The plane lifted smoothly into the morning sky, just like it always had, just like it always would, without him. Cruising altitude brought quiet. The seatbelt sign switched off. The cabin relaxed. Flight attendants moved gently through aisles. Passengers stared out windows or sank into sleep. Inside the cockpit, the sky stretched endlessly ahead. The captain glanced at the clock. He knew the moment was coming. He had thought about it for weeks. What to say, how to say it, whether to say anything at all. He had always believed pilots should remain invisible. Steady voices, unremarkable presence. But this flight felt like it deserved honesty. When the aircraft reached stable cruise, he pressed the intercom button. The soft chime echoed through the cabin. He took one breath, then spoke. "Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking." His voice was calm, professional, but something in it carried more weight than usual. "I'd like to welcome you aboard, and thank you for choosing to fly with us today." A pause, just long enough to be felt. "This flight is a special one for me." The cabin quieted. People looked up from screens, removed headphones. "I've spent my entire adult life in the sky," he continued, "carrying people to reunions, to beginnings, to goodbyes." Another pause. "Today is my final flight." A ripple moved through the cabin. Surprise, curiosity, silence. "I want you to know that every time you trusted me with your journey, I never took it lightly." His voice tightened, just slightly. "You may never remember my name, but I will remember this responsibility for the rest of my life." He swallowed. "Thank you for trusting me." The intercom clicked off. For several seconds, nothing happened. Then quiet applause began. Not loud, not dramatic, respectful. Passengers exchanged glances. Some smiled. Some wiped their eyes. A few stood briefly, clapping toward the cockpit door. Inside, the captain closed his eyes. He hadn't realized how much he needed to say those words. The remainder of the flight passed gently. Smooth air, clear skies, as if the sky itself understood. During descent, the sun dipped lower, painting the clouds in shades of amber and rose. The runway appeared ahead, steady and welcoming. The captain guided the aircraft down with practiced ease. Every movement felt deliberate, Final. The wheels touched the runway softly, one of the smoothest landings he had ever made. The aircraft slowed, taxied, and came to a complete stop at the gate. The engines powered down. Silence settled. Then, something unexpected happened. No one stood up. No seatbelts clicked open. The cabin remained still. Then one person stood, then another. Applause filled the aircraft. Not the polite kind, the kind that carries gratitude, respect, closure. The captain remained seated, hands resting on the controls. He didn't turn around, didn't bow. He simply let the moment exist. When the last passenger disembarked, many paused at the cockpit door. Thank you, Captain. Safe flights, wherever you go. You made a difference. Each word landed softly. After the cabin emptied, the lights dimmed. The co-pilot left quiet, offering a final nod. The captain stayed, alone. The cockpit hummed faintly, assistants shut down one by one. He removed his headset slowly, unbuckled his seatbelt. For a moment, he didn't move. He thought of the boy behind the fence, of the storms survived, of the sacrifices made, of the sky that once felt impossible. He stood, ran his hand across the instrument panel one last time, then turned off the final switch. The cockpit went dark. As he stepped out, he paused at the doorway, looked back once, not with sadness, with gratitude. The sky had carried him, and now he was ready to walk on solid ground. Legacy didn't need to fly forever, it only needed to land safely.